I never thought one evening could blur so many lines. My name is Laura, and I've been married to Mark for 6 years. Our marriage has had its share of ups and downs. But until that night, I never imagined myself making a choice I couldn't take back. It started as an ordinary Friday. Mark had invited 2 of his old college friends, Ryan and Adam, over for drinks and to catch up. I'd met them a few times before, charming, confident, and always with a spark of mischief in their eyes. They were the kind of men who could fill a room with laughter, but there was always something else beneath the surface. Something magnetic. By 8 p.m., the living room was full of chatter and clinking glasses. Mark, exhausted from a long week at work, began yawning around 10. "You guys carry on," he told Ryan and Adam. "I'm heading upstairs. Laura will keep you company." He kissed me on the cheek, completely at ease, and disappeared up the stairs. I remember the exact moment the air changed. Ryan leaned back in his chair, his gaze lingering on me just a little too long. Adam noticed, smirking slightly, as though there was some unspoken joke between them. I felt heat rise to my cheeks, but instead of leaving, I poured myself another glass of wine. The conversation shifted, less about their college memories, more about me. "So Laura," Ryan began, "what's it like being married to Mark? He's always been the serious one." I laughed, brushing it off, but Adam's eyes stayed locked on mine. "Bet you have a wilder side," he said softly, almost a challenge. My heart picked up speed. The wine was making me lightheaded, or maybe it was the attention. I knew this was dangerous territory, but the thrill was undeniable. We moved from the dining table to the couch, the 3 of us sitting closer than before. Jokes became whispers. Whispers turned into subtle touches, a hand grazing mine, a knee brushing against my leg. At one point, Ryan leaned in to tell me something, his voice low and teasing. Adam's hand rested on the back of the couch, close enough for me to feel his warmth. Every nerve in my body was on high alert. The sound of Mark snoring faintly upstairs felt surreal, like a reminder I was crossing into a place I didn't belong. The tension was electric. Neither of them pushed, but neither of them pulled away. It was as if they were taking turns testing the boundaries, each moment pulling me deeper into something I wasn't sure I could stop. A laugh escaped me, too loud, too nervous, and I got up, pretending I needed more wine. Ryan followed me into the kitchen, standing so close I could feel his breath on my neck as he reached for a glass. My pulse hammered in my ears. Then Adam appeared in the doorway, leaning against the frame, watching us with an expression I couldn't quite read. "You two seem to be having fun," he said slowly, his tone both playful and loaded. Something in me shifted. I realized they were both in on this, dancing around the same unspoken question. For a few dizzy seconds, I let myself imagine saying yes, giving in completely. But the weight of what that would mean hit me just as quickly. I stepped back, forcing a laugh. "You guys should probably head out. It's late." My voice was lighter than I felt. They exchanged a glance, almost like they were disappointed but amused. "Fair enough," Ryan said, picking up his jacket. Adam winked at me before following him to the door. When I finally went upstairs, Mark was still asleep, blissfully unaware of the storm that had just passed through our living room. I lay beside him, my mind racing, my body still tingling with adrenaline. I hadn't gone all the way, but I'd stepped dangerously close to a line I never thought I'd approach. And the truth is, a part of me still wonders what would have happened if I hadn't stopped them. Some nights, when I'm alone with my thoughts, I can still see the way Ryan looked at me, the smirk on Adam's lips, and I know the story isn't entirely over. Not yet.